Hi, my name is Chris Robb, and I'm here to tell you about the USC versus Alabama game in 1970, which is accredited for ending segregation in college football. A little background about the integration of football is in 1946, 24 years prior to the Los Angeles Rams became the first NFL team to integrate, signing 2 African American players. The SEC was far behind because they did not integrate until 1967, in which Kentucky was the first SEC school to integrate, and it worked its way down through the conference until all but Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Auburn, and Alabama integrated. There were rules that actually prohibited African Americans from playing football in the SEC, and pre-World War II, anytime an SEC team would play an integrated team, the African Americans for the integrated team would be required to sit, while post-World War II, still anytime an integrated team would come to an SEC school only, they would be required to sit their black players. There was actually a law in 1954 passed that prevented interracial athletics events in Louisiana. This was due to the Sugar Bowl played between Georgia Tech and Pittsburgh, in which the Georgia governor said, "We cannot make the slightest concession to the enemy in this dark, lamentable hour of struggle. There is no more difference in compromising the integrity of race on the field than in doing so in the classroom. One break in the dike, and the relentless seas will rush in and destroy us." Another governor that was strongly opposed to integration was Governor Wallace in Alabama, who publicly had a great relationship with Barrett Bryant, but privately, due to Bryant's desire to integrate the college, their relationship was not so nice.
As late as 1969, the southernmost teams in the SEC were still completely white.
A lot of great from the South were they either had to play at the historically black institution, or if they wanted to play in the major universities, they had to go out somewhere. So a lot of talents leaving the Southeastern Conference.
Leading up to the game, the Crimson Tide throughout the 60s dominated, but towards winning 3 national championships from 61, 64, and 65, and going undefeated once again in 1966, which they were denied a national championship by the voters, primarily because they were not integrated and they did not want to reward segregation anymore. Then towards the end of the decade, in 68 and 69, they had 2 consecutive 6-5 seasons, which is why Bryant wanted to integrate the team, and he knew the only way to do that would be if he brought an integrated team into Alabama and they lost. The game was played at Legion's Field in front of a sold-out crowd, in which USC won 42-14, and a large part of their win was due to their African-American running back Sam Cunningham, who ran for 135 yards and 2 touchdowns on just 12 touches. Bryant and John McKay, the coach of USC, had a talk at halftime in which Bryant told John McKay that he was thankful that he came and played him because it helped his program, which means at that time that Bryant knew that this was going to lead to the integration of the school, and by the next year Alabama had 5 African American players starting, and from 71 to 81 they went on to win 116 out of the next 131 games, 8 SEC championships, and 3 national championships. Thank you very much.